Hello there and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Michelle Emerson and I love helping teachers with all things technology, organization, and productivity. In today's video, we're talking about schedules. Not schedules for your students, but schedules for you as a teacher. Time is our most valuable resource and we want to make sure we are utilizing it effectively.
5 minutes ahead of schedule. Right on schedule.
So in today's video, I'm gonna share a step-by-step process that will help you create a schedule that works for you, allows you to make the most out of the time that you do have, and alleviate stress because you know what to expect. Before I share this step-by-step process, let's talk just a little bit about what makes a schedule effective. For me, a schedule that is effective is realistic, meaning you can actually follow it. It's going to allow you to prioritize both your work life and your personal life. And it's going to include contingency time for those unexpected events that come up, which as a teacher happens very often. I'm gonna walk you through the steps to create an effective schedule, and to help you out, I do have a free template you can grab using the link in the description box. It's gonna open up a Google Drive folder that has a PDF, which you can print or download directly to your computer, and it has a Google Sheets. When you open up the Google Sheets, it's gonna show as view only, but if you go to File and then make a copy, you can save an editable copy to your Google Drive. Within the template, you will notice there is daily, weekly, and monthly. You don't have to create all three. I'm gonna be modeling how to create a weekly schedule, and I think that's the best place to start if you're doing this for the first time. I'm gonna walk you through how to create the schedule digitally, but you can always just do a rough draft on paper and then convert it to digital using some of the tools I will share later on in the video. I do recommend color coding your schedule. That way you can see which areas of your life are dominating your time. And when you're scheduling, I recommend allowing more time rather than less. So I am in the Google Sheets template. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to the weekly schedule. Step number one is to add non-flexible tasks. These are tasks that have a set date and time that are completely outside of your control. Things like meetings, practices, and classes. Now, I'm not creating my actual schedule, I'm just creating kind of an example one, but let's say every Monday at 9 a.m. I have a collaborative planning meeting. So I'm gonna type in meeting, and I'm gonna color code this red. That way, in my mind, these are the tasks that I have no control over. They have to stay at that time. Now, let's say I also have meetings at the same time on Wednesday and Friday. I'm just copying this cell, clicking where I want it to go, and then pasting it. Let's say on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I also have a grad school class after school from 4 to 6. I'm gonna actually highlight both of these cells and I'm going to merge them. And I'm gonna type in grad school class. Let's make this red as well. And then I'm just adding an outline, but that's not necessary. I'm also bolding it. Oops, I pasted, bolded. Okay, I'm gonna paste this same time on Thursday. Now, obviously there are certain hours of the day that I am teaching and those are set in stone. I'm gonna add those as well. So let's say I teach during this time. Again, I'm gonna merge the cells, put teaching, let's bold it, make it red, and outline it. Okay, so we'll add that there. We'll have the same time here and here. So again, I'm just copying and pasting, which is one of the benefits if you are doing this digitally. Let's say on Thursdays, I don't have planning time, so I'm gonna actually make that a little bit longer. There, there, and there. Okay, so I have added all of those events and tasks that I have to complete at a certain time on a certain date. Step number two is to add essential tasks. These are not your priorities. Those are coming, don't worry. These are actually the tasks that are essential for you living. So things like sleeping, eating, commuting to work, getting ready at the beginning of the day. These are those tasks that you have to do day in and day out just to stay alive.
To either die or to survive. The choice is yours.
And obviously, depending on your situation, you may have more or less essential tasks. Maybe you have a short commute or a long commute. If you're a mom, maybe you have time where you have to pump, or if you're a parent, maybe you have time where you have to give your kids a bath. So this is going to look unique to you and your situation. Okay, I'm gonna start with sleep. Let's say on Mondays, I sleep in until 7. I do not like to wake up early in the morning, so this is very accurate for me. All right, we're gonna make this sleeping, and I'm gonna color code it orange, just because that comes after red. And I'm going to paste this on each of the days of the week. And then let's say on Saturday, maybe I sleep in an hour later, and same thing on Sunday. Okay, sleeping is in there. Then let's add my commute / get ready time. I'm just gonna call it get ready, but that would include like doing my hair, doing my makeup, leaving for work, eating breakfast, all of that would be included in that time. So let's make this get ready. I'm gonna bold, outline, and we're gonna make it orange as well. Okay, we're gonna put all of these days, and maybe Saturday I don't get ready. And on Sunday, I just remembered another task that I need to add to Sunday. So I typically have a meeting with Bridget. I know this is just an example schedule, but I'm gonna add it in anyway. And we meet for 2 hours. So I'm gonna merge, outline, and I'm gonna make this red because that is a non-flexible time. Okay, let's go ahead and add lunch. I'm repeating a lot of the same steps, but I can now paste that on each of these days. And let's say, just for consistency, I eat lunch at the same time on the weekends. After school, let's say I eat at 7 p.m. So we'll do dinner. And again, for consistency, we'll keep that at the same time each of the days of the week. I'm gonna put like get ready in the evening time as well, which really means like my evening routine, the things I do to get ready for bed. I go to bed late, so I'm gonna put this at the 11 o'clock hour. And again, just for consistency, I'm gonna paste this on each of the days. Okay, I've added my non-flexible tasks and I've added my essential task. Step number 3 is to add 1 to 2 non-negotiable tasks.
Life lesson, some tasks are not worth doing.
These would be the tasks that are like your utmost priority, the things that you have to get done during that time and you're not willing to budge on. I do want you to limit it to just 1 or 2, but these could include things for work, but also things for your personal life. For example, for work, maybe lesson planning is a priority because I don't want to stay super late after school. That could be one of my non-negotiables. And then in my personal life, maybe I have fitness goals that I'm working towards. So going to the gym is another non-negotiable for me. So if you're unsure with this or you're struggling to limit it to just 1 or 2, I would say pick 1 for your work life and 1 for your personal life and move on from there. So for me personally, I'm gonna do lesson planning and the gym. I always had planning time in the morning, so I'm gonna put planning. Oops, I turned off all caps. Unacceptable. Oh, I didn't turn it on. Okay, there we go. And once again, bold. And I'm gonna make this yellow. So I only had planning 4 days a week. I did not have planning on Thursday, so I'm not gonna have it on those days. The gym, I would typically go in the afternoon. So this like 5 to 6 hour gym, and make it yellow. Okay, so let's say on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I don't go to the gym because I have grad school class. So I'm gonna paste it Wednesday, Friday, maybe Saturdays I would do it in the morning. And let's add breakfast into this time. Maybe every Saturday I make breakfast and that's like an essential task. So we're gonna outline, bold, and we'll make that orange, okay? And then on Sundays, let's say I would go during this time and then we'll also have breakfast during that 10 a.m. hour. Okay, so I've added my non-negotiables. Again, it's only 1 or 2 tasks. It's not all of my priorities because that would be way too many. It's just those tasks that I'm not willing to budge on. But that leads us into step 4, which is to now add 3 to 4 priorities. So these are those tasks that you really want to get done, but they're not quite as important as your non-negotiables. These are gonna be tasks that are maybe a little bit more flexible, like they don't have to get done that day, but they do have to get done eventually. So within the teaching realm, this could include grading because it's a little bit more flexible, right? Like you don't have to grade assignments on that day, but maybe it's like by the end of the week, it needs to be done. Also things like answering emails. Obviously some emails are more important than others, but that tends to be one of those tasks that can get pushed to the side if it has to. In your personal life, this may include things like going to the gym. Maybe for you, that's a priority, not a non-negotiable. Like if you have to skip the gym, it's not the end of the world. Personally, I'd have a mental breakdown, so it's a non-negotiable for me.
You look like you're getting a good workout.
Maybe you also have a side hustle that you're working on, and if you have time for it, great, but at the end of the day, if it doesn't get done, it's not a huge deal. Once again, if you are unsure, I suggest picking 2 priorities for work and 2 priorities for your personal life. Okay, so for work, I'm gonna do grading and answering emails. So I'm going to put grading in these 2 chunks on Tuesday and Thursday. So bold, outline, and I'm gonna make it green. Okay, and then let's do emails. I feel like emails, you don't need that much time. Even though each of these time slots is an hour, it probably would take me less, but that's okay. I'm gonna put emails, and I'm gonna put that on the Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That way it's like, you know what, Tuesday, Thursday, I have grad school. If I don't get to it, not the end of the world. Now for my personal life, because the gym is actually a non-negotiable for me, I'm gonna have my priorities be date night, which we would typically do on Friday night. So I'm gonna block out these 3 hours for date night. We'll make it green as well, following our color code. And then maybe it's my side hustle. That's going to be my other priority. So if I get to it, great, but if I don't, it's not the end of the world. Maybe I work on that during this time. I was always a late night worker with that type of stuff. So we'll make it green, bold, and side hustle. And maybe I do that all of these days. I mean, I don't have to, but maybe I do. And then Saturday, maybe I work on it after the gym before lunch, and maybe I work on it in the afternoon on Sunday. Again, you don't have to put it every day. It's really just what you want based on your goals. Step 5 is my favorite. Step 5 is adding what's called contingency time. That is a time slot that is not dedicated to any specific task, but it can be filled with some of those unexpected things that come up. Now, obviously, some unexpected tasks are more flexible. Maybe they just have to be done by the end of the week, so you could fit it into that day or even the next day's contingency time. But we all know there are unexpected tasks that come up that have to be dealt with immediately.
Do it now.
For example, maybe your kid is sick and you have to take them to the doctor. You can't necessarily put that to the side. You have to deal with it then. However, when that happens, even though you're not getting it done during your actual contingency time, maybe your contingency time is in the afternoon, whatever tasks you miss because you're taking care of that unexpected task can then get moved to your contingency time. And it even can get moved to your contingency time over the next few days if that's what it takes to get back on track. So personally, I love to have an hour of contingency time every single day of the week. So let's start with Wednesday, because Wednesday only has 1 time slot left. So I'm just gonna put contingency. Did I spell that correctly? I think so. And I'm gonna outline it, and we're gonna make this a pretty light blue color. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to now find another hour time slot on the other days where maybe there's more flexibility. Oh, I just saw Monday also only has 1 time block left. So I'm gonna add that in there. And just for consistency, let's keep it the same on Tuesday and Thursday. It looks like I do not have it on Friday, which isn't a huge deal. If I needed to, I could always cut my gym time short or maybe my date night time short. So it's fine, not the end of the world.
I am now fully domesticated.
Moving on to Sunday, maybe my contingency time, we'll keep it the same. I like consistency. Consistency for my contingency. The 6th and final step is to now add in your extra tasks. These are those tasks that are nice to have done, but At the end of the day, they really are not necessary, or they can be delegated to other people or other services to get done if you can't handle it on your plate. For example, maybe at work, you love to spend time organizing your classroom. Guilty as charged, that was always me. However, at the end of the day, if that doesn't get done, the world is not going to fall apart. In your personal life, this may include grocery shopping or cleaning. With grocery shopping, obviously you gotta eat, right? But worst come to worst, maybe you could have groceries delivered, or someone else in your family could go and do the grocery shopping. When it comes to cleaning, obviously you could hire someone. I've never done that because it's very expensive, but if you don't get to cleaning your house 1 week or even 1 month, it's not the end of the world. Now, there are probably a ton of small extra tasks and you're like, I don't have enough little time blocks to be able to fill them in. It's okay just to list it as extra on your schedule. And then during that time, you can do any of those little tasks that you know have to get done. It is helpful to keep almost like a checklist, maybe in your phone or on Google Keep, where you can know what tasks you can work toward during that time. So personally, I always love to go grocery shopping on Sundays, even though it's a madhouse. So I'm gonna add that during this time, groceries, and let's bold it, and let's go purple, just to finish out the rainbow. And I also would like to do cleaning on Saturday. So maybe I'm gonna block out 3 hours to be able to clean. And let's bold, outline, and purple, okay? Maybe during the rest of these time slots, I'm just gonna put extras. That way it's nice and simple. Purple, I'm gonna copy and paste that. I'm gonna paste it here, and then I'm going to merge it. Put that there, and there. Now, I decided just to fill out the entire schedule, even though some of those times are a little bit more flexible, like the extras. If I want to just watch a Netflix show during that time, I can. But if you personally want to leave some time blocks open, that's perfectly fine. Or if self-care is going to be one of your non-negotiables, you can schedule that time in. Obviously, once you create this schedule and start implementing it, you may need to make some changes. Or if you enter into a new season in life, you may need to create a new schedule, and that's okay. This is something you can always come back and revisit, but it at least gives you a starting point. I did mention at the beginning of this video, I was going to share some tools. Obviously, you have this printable template and digital template that I am sharing with you using the link in the description box, which you can always use and then just bookmark on your computer or even print out if that's helpful. But you also can use regular paper calendars or desk calendars or a paper planner or a digital planner to be able to store your schedule. And of course, there are tons of digital options as well. Most phones come with a calendar tool already on it, but I personally love using Google Calendar. I do have a full tutorial video coming, so make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss it. But that is going to be it for this video. I hope that walking you through the steps and giving you some examples allows you to create an effective schedule that will help you make the most of your time. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you do not miss any future videos. As always, thank you for watching. I love you so much. Don't forget to put your positive pants on, and I will catch you in the next one.